Hi there guys, it's Martyn here, and I just thought I'd make a quick video because we have some new Disney sleeve releases. That's right, we have a new installment in the Time to Believe collection, and a new numbered installment for Disney-Pixar films. If long-time viewers know, I collect the Disney DVDs. I do quite enjoy watching them as well. Up here is my animated classics collection, and there's some over there in the corner by the light. Behind them is the Pixar collection, and behind the Cars 3 there is the Time to Believe collection. And these come out now seemingly, periodically, so a film will get released, 4 months later we'll get the DVD without a slip, and then 4 or 5 months later we will get a slip release. So if anyone's looking to collect these specifically, my advice with the new ones that come out as well is don't buy the standard DVD, just wait a few more months, and then you can usually get these at a discounted price. But let's talk about these movies in general, and I'm going to start with the first one that came out of the two, which is Pirates of the Caribbean, Salazar's Revenge. I know in some territories this was called Dead Man Tell No Tales, but here it was Salazar's Revenge. There's Johnny Depp, there's some action there in the background, that's the slipcover. And there's the poster on the back, and there's your little synopsis.
The final adventure begins. From Disney and producer Jerry Buckenheimer comes the harrowing and thrilling Pirates of the Caribbean, Salazar's Revenge. Set sail with Captain Jack Sparrow, as deadly ghost sailors led by the terrifying Captain Salazar escape from the Devil's Triangle, bent on killing every pirate at sea, notably Jack, in an epic story packed with humor, suspense, and amazing special effects.
I do wonder. So this is the slipcase of the film. Now let's quickly see what's underneath. So there is the standard case that came out originally. Salazar's Revenge. There's your cast of characters, starring Johnny Depp, Javier Bardem, and Jeffrey Rush, amongst others. And the synopsis is pretty much the same on the back. And there you go. So what are my thoughts on this film? Well, I'll be honest, I didn't go and see it. My history with the Pirates franchise is a bit of a mixed one. The first film was really good, the second film was good, the third film was trash, and the fourth film was unnecessary by all standards. So as you can imagine by that, when the fifth film came out in May last year, I wasn't exactly in a rush to go and see this at the cinema. But yeah, I think Pirates, just like Transformers, is one of those franchises that ran out of steam a long time ago and just needs to bow down and die with grace. Now, my brother and dad went to see this, and they said it was mainly, it was a good action film, it kept you entertained, but it wasn't anything special. And I think that is literally where we've come to with this franchise. Sure, some would say it's not a bad movie. I'm yet to find out if it's a bad movie, but I do honestly think just the fact this is the fifth one, and 3 and 4 were quite subpar, that my hopes aren't very high. Let me know in the comments what you thought about Pirates 5. And moving on, we have Cars 3, which came out in July last year, and there is the character Cruz on the front there. I knew they were going to pick Cruz, because in Cars 1 they had Lightning McQueen, Cars 2 they had Mater, because it was more his story, so here we have Cruz. And this is the numbered spine, so there's Cars 3, and this is number 18 in Pixar's film repertory. So yeah, let's have a look at the back. I'm not going to read the synopsis, because it's a bit more, but I can see it's fun! I can see that there. Yeah, and you've got bonuses. You've got Lou, the short film, Miss Fritter's driving school, and an audio commentary. That's interesting. Don't really find those much on the animated ones, but anyway. So, let's have a look at the cover underneath. And of course, this was the standard cover that was released featuring Cruz, Lightning McQueen, and Jackson Storm angrily there at the back. The synopsis here is the same, blah blah blah. So the main plot of this film, because I did see this, the main plot is, Lightning McQueen's getting on a bit. They've got all these racers that are high-tech and cool and edgy, and he's just not keeping pace. He wants to try and compete, he says when he's done, etc. And there's, this one isn't bad. In terms of the series history, Cars 1 I will defend to the end of the earth. Like, a lot of people didn't like it. I thought it was quite nice. For me, it was another straight hit for Pixar. Cars 2 was detestable, to say the least. I don't know why they went the direction they did, and hopefully they'll never do that with any of their other properties again. But Cars 3, so I wasn't going in with much. The trailer got us all hooked, of course, that edgy trailer. But going to see it, I wasn't sure what to think, and now having viewed it, it's not bad. I'd still say Cars 1 is probably better, but Cars 3, for what it's worth, it sort of ties up the series. You've got all the familiar characters. Thankfully, they don't play as big of a role, but you've got all the familiar characters. Lightning's the focus, and is Cruz and Jackson Storm. It's a good dynamic. There's some actual quite heartfelt scenes in this, which is nice, relating to the Hudson Hornet, who, of course, the voice actor for that character passed away quite a while ago. So there's a lot of heart in this, basically. I think they realised their mistakes from Cars 2 and thought, we need to put this right. And in my opinion, for the most part, they've done it. It'll be great if you've got kids. It's definitely not the best Pixar film in the world, but I would still classify this as a hit. But say the films like, you know, Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, if they're the A stars, I'd give this an A-. So yeah, that was just a little quick talk about the two new releases, because I know there's some Disney collectors out there. So where can you find these? Well, in the UK, I picked these up at HMV. These have just come on, so for a while they'll be priced at £6.99 each, or 2 for £12, which is what I got this. Which I was saying, if you want to collect all these sleeve releases, when these offers come on, that is the way to go. You may find them in second-hand stores, but I find it's harder to come across ones in the sleeves. If you want the sleeves, you're going to have to go to a proper retailer who's stocking them, HMV, Tesco, etc. Or you could probably order them online. But yeah, let's actually put these on the shelf. So Pirates 5 joins the rest of the Time to Believe collection. And Cars 3 joins the Disney-Pixar numbered collection. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to talk about in this video. I have made videos on the Animated Classics collection, the full collection there. I've made a video on my Disney-Pixar collection, and I've also made a video on the Time to Believe collection. In terms of the future of these, I think the Animated Classics will keep going. I don't even know what our next one is. The last one we had was Moana. I'm not actually sure what's next coming. Let me know in the comments what's next coming, because I can't remember. Pixar, of course, recently we've had Coco. In the UK, that'll probably come out around May, June, which means the slipcover probably isn't going to come out until October, November time. And as for the Time to Believe collection, this one's tricky, because if you remember when they first started with this, it was a selection of their live-action titles. This isn't there's so many more live-action titles they released, but I'd say probably from Jungle Book onwards, or maybe with a bit further back. Basically, when we get to the 2010s, then we start getting every film release. So it was Jungle Book, then Alice in the Looking Glass, Pete's Dragon, Beauty and the Beast, etc. So from going to random to now every film, I don't know if they're going to continue it. Of course, we have got some live-action films coming up. We've got, I believe, A Wrinkle in Time is Disney, and of course we've had announced Mary Poppins Returns and Christopher Robin. So will they make it onto the shelf? Who knows? But I think I'm going to need a bigger shelf, because as you can see, I'm running out of space here. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. Please leave a like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.